Big facts.
We all know what the first thing they got to do in this game, or the most important part of this defensive game plan, that Aaron Glenn, a defensive coordinator on the rise, that Aaron Glenn has to make sure this defense is sure of. It's stopping Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
Got to stop C-Mac. Stopping the run from the start has got to be priority numero uno, right, KG?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, one thing that we've pointed out is that it seems to be more strategy now, like with the letting the receivers get off. It's more scheme at this point. We're gonna let your star receiver get off, but we're gonna hold you down in everything and everywhere else. A tight end, no. Another receiver, no. The run game, no. And that's the key. You got to keep these guys one-dimensional. Now, CMC, our biggest test so far. He's the best back in the league, and he can kill you in so many different ways. Not just, you know, running outside, not just running inside, but he can also kill you out the backfield, reception yards. And I feel like that's going to be a big key as well. But we have to stop him, man. But if I've said it all day, if we can keep him under 100 yards rushing, I feel like the Lions win this game, guaranteed.
I agree. There have been, I believe it's only one of their losses, the 49ers losses, where Christian McCaffrey has run for over 55 yards per game, or 55 yards in the game. So, yes, Deebo Samuel in some of those games, he didn't finish the game or he was injured. That's part of it too. But stopping the run has been the Detroit Lions' most consistent part of their defense, almost one of their most consistent units all year. So they got to keep doing it. You know what else they can't do? You can't miss tackles on their dangerous skill position players.
Yes.
You talked about all the different things that Christian McCaffrey can do. It's like a Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery all bundled up into one.
Yeah.
He can run between tackles. He can run outside. He can juke you. He can catch the ball. He's an elite talent, but he's not all that's on their offense. That's just priority number one. They got Deebo Samuel, who is expected to play.
But he will be limited.
They will be. They got Brandon Ayuk, who was a second-team All-Pro, I believe. He was a Pro Bowl or part of the snubbing. Oh, no, was he a Pro Bowler? Maybe he wasn't the one who snubbed St. Brown. That was AJ Brown and Puka Nacua.
Yeah.
Actually, we decided he didn't snub him either. Mike Evans did. But anyways, you can't give up big plays. You can't give up explosives to these skill position players. Sometimes, especially with what they're doing lately, we've seen receivers go off. We think that you got to prevent just the huge plays that you just got to keep them out of the end zone is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And this is what Dan Campbell, KG is going to play a video of Dan Campbell talking about just them being disruptive and aggressive and being able to hit. That's what they got to do to not only throw Brock Purdy off his game, but getting a turnover like that, getting a takeaway is going to be crucial in this game. KG?
We're disruptive. We're aggressive, and we hit. And that, to me, has got to be what we're about. You know, those are the principles. Look, we may get hit on a couple of things, and I know for me, I'm willing to give up something to get something.
I know we played it earlier in the week, but I really wanted to play it again because it's the mentality they got to play with. They are going in trying to be aggressive and hitting hard, disruptive. What unit on the defense does that speak to you guys the most?
Defense.
Yes, but like what specific unit? I'll answer it for you. It's that safety group. It's those DBs. True. I'll even include Cam Sutton and Kindle Vildor, although I'm really thinking Brian Branch, C.D. Deuce, Kirby Joseph, and Ife Melifonwu.
Yes, sir.
They've been the biggest part of this. I don't want to say resurgence because it's been a little bit of a new strategy, a little bit of a new scheme, but their ability to disrupt the quarterback both by blitzing and by getting the ball when Nick Mullins or Stafford or whoever is thrown into the air, that's been the game changer. That's been the difference. Yeah. They've given up big plays, haven't allowed them in the end zone, and then those safeties playing up in the box, which they're going to need to do with a team that Brock Purdy likes to use the middle of the field, likes to find Ayuk and Kittle, C-Mac, all their guys. They love the middle of the field as much as Jared Goff and St. Brown and Laporta do. So I think this has got to be a huge game for those safeties. Nick, do you agree?
100%. And when you talk about giving up a little to get something, you think of a guy like Brian Branch and bringing him on pressure. He had 2 TFLs last game and a sack. He has been that guy for this defense all year. If you put him around the line of scrimmage, he's going to make a play. And especially if you send him on a blitz, this dude's absolutely elite when it comes to closing speed, and I believe he's going to be able to get to Brock Purdy in this game for a couple of those big plays that put him behind the sticks. And I think that's what we need to take advantage of this 49ers offense. And you think about, they're going to get theirs because of it. They will. Their best receiver, Ayuk, probably will have 80-plus yards on this game, maybe 100-plus yards. He was second-team All-Pro, by the way, Broder. And
my guy.
But we're going to get ours, and I think that's what Dan Campbell alludes to there, and I think Brian Branch is a key part of that, out of that safety room, especially on blitzes.
Definitely. Hey, do you guys know the name Colton McKivitz?
I don't.
Does that mean anything to you?
It doesn't.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do we got?
That's their starting right tackle for the 49ers.
Hey!
Okay.
That is who Aiden Hutchinson is going to be going up against primarily.
Oh,
we
boy.
talked about Trent Williams on the left side. He is an elite, one of the best offensive tackles of all time, playing on that left side. They've rolled out right tackle Colton McKivitz there all season, and he has been their weakest link. He's a 4-year veteran. He's given up 9 sacks. Penei Sewell's given up 1. This guy's given up 9 plus 52 pressures. So we talk about Hutch's motor and how that never stops.
Yeah, pressure machine.
Do you guys believe that not only is Hutchinson gonna bring his A game, but is he gonna get maybe more than 1 sack in this game? Is he gonna be that game changer, KG?
Yeah, I mean, if Hutch is who we think he is, then he should. He showed in all playoffs, man. He's been on an absolute tear. And, you know, this is the perfect time for your rush in to peak, man. You want him to be aggressive, not be afraid to go out there and play as hard as he can, man. But he shows that. He has the motor, man. And for a guy that's given up a lot of pressures, that is Hutch's department. He may not get home, but he's going to get in that backfield. Best believe that. So, man, he got a long day cut out for him. But I expect Hutch to have at least 2 sacks in this game. There's no reason why he shouldn't, especially if they continue to scheme it up and move him out, maybe kick him on the outside. Or, you know, move him to the other side of the field. He's going to have opportunities in this game, and you just want to see him capitalize on that.
100%. Go for it, Nick.
And you think about big players making big plays. Aiden Hutchinson is the biggest player on this defense, and he's been there all year. He's been the leader of this defense. You think about 8 sacks in the last 4 games, the biggest games of the season. Aiden Hutchinson will show up on Sunday. He will take out Brock Purdy at least once, maybe twice in this game, and it's going to be for big plays in this game. Aiden Hutchinson shows up when it counts the most for the Lions.
I'd love to hear
go to the big game.
Yes, and we were just talking about the safeties. As you both were talking, but especially KJ, thinking about that motor, his ability to just get constant pressure. You got to imagine the 49ers are going to try to do a lot of things on the opposite side of the field, run away from Aiden Hutchinson. They will try to run at him, but run away from him, which leads me to even more to Brian Branch or an Iffy, you know, coming off of that edge to go get Purdy or to go stop C-Mac behind the line of scrimmage. You got something to add?
Yeah, my thing with Hutch, though, he just can't over pursue, and that's been a thing that he's done a lot. You don't want to see him taken completely out the play. I know he likes to get outside. Sometimes he will come inside. He will use that spin move, but he just has to be wary that they are going to try to draw him out. And if he's too far out, then that, you know, makes a lane for Brock Purdy to use his legs, and that's what we don't want. The Lions are at their worst when plays break down. So, and I know he's not the most mobile guy in the world, but his footwork and being able to move around the pocket can kill us. So you don't want to see that.